Alright, so for this video I'm going to go ahead and go over Microsoft Teams if you don't remember how to use it. I know this last semester we used mostly OneNote and I kind of pushed the documents to you, which I'm still going to do this the same with that, but Microsoft Teams is going to be like our main headquarters for this distance learning stuff. So almost everything is going to be posted on here. So on this video, I'm just going to kind of show you how to navigate through all the Microsoft Teams stuff. So that way you are able to use it on your own and not have to ask a bunch of questions. But be sure if you are still confused after watching this, you guys can feel free to ask questions. So here we go. Yeah, when you first log into Teams, you'll probably see, by the way, I'm skipping a step, but you gotta sign up. Microsoft Teams, sign in. You just use your Google account. When you first sign in, if you have multiple classes, like if other teachers are using it, you'll probably see all your classes, but select obviously your World Geography class. And then in here, basically you have this side menu. This general I guess these are called channels or tabs. The general tab is where I'm going to be posting a lot of the information that I want to give out to everyone for the whole class. So if I want to post like a link to something, a video, you know, I don't know, a whole class discussion or an announcement, this is where I'll be posting it. As you can see, some of the stuff I've put up this week is on here already. Then we have our teams like we had last year or last semester. I might be blocking you guys into teams so that way when we do discussion posts, it'll be a lot easier for me to read through them. So I might like assign people teams even though we're not obviously sitting in groups for this part of the class. But so if you do end up being in one of these groups, obviously if you want to post things specifically to those groups, all you do is click on your group tab. And then, you know, say I post a discussion question and I just want you to post it under your college or your group. This is where you would do that. Okay, but most of this stuff, most of the interaction will happen in the general folder. Next thing is the class notebook. So if you want to go to the online version of our OneNote, or if you just have the app on your laptop, you could just go straight to the app. But if you click on class notebook, it will take you to our OneNote. Okay, and I will be pushing out the files for these assignments on OneNote as well as on Microsoft Teams. So it's taking some time to load up, but you guys should be familiar with this OneNote stuff. OneNote's still going to be a good tool to use, and I'm going to have another video for how to use OneNote because this is where you can like do your assignments. So even though I'll post the assignments on Microsoft Teams, if you want to be able to write on your documents or type stuff or interact with your stuff, you're going to have to still do it on OneNote. Okay, and I don't want you guys to get confused because a lot of students think that Microsoft Teams and OneNote is the same thing, but there are two different applications. Okay, another important part of OneNote is going to be the assignments tab. Okay, so under assignments, this is where you'll see you know, what is assigned. For instance, the first one that I put since we've come back for this distance learning is this Flipgrid check-in response. So I can kind of see who's viewed it and who's turned it in. Obviously for this one you're going to turn it in on OneNote, on Flipgrid, but this is where you could see all your assignments. And then usually what I will have under these assignments is a let's see if I can go to the student view. Okay, so this is how your view would look. Sometimes I'll have instructions on what you're doing for that assignment. And then here where it says reference materials, this is where I'll probably post like the handout or the link to the website that I need you to look at. Basically, whatever information that's going to be, materials that are going to be important for you to be able to complete your assignment. And then where it says student work down here, this is where you'll add your student work. And that might need to be another video where I show you guys how to submit things on Microsoft Teams if you don't already know how to do it. But a lot of you guys already know how to do it. It's just like turning in warm-ups where you file print and then you save your document as a file and then you just upload the file, and then there's usually a button over here that says turn in. So that's all you will do to turn in assignments, and we're going to turn in everything on Microsoft Teams. Okay, so you won't have to turn anything on Jupyter. I'll still update the gradebook on Jupyter, but in terms of your assignments, you're just going to turn those in here on Microsoft Teams. So once you finish something, you'll just submit it here. Okay, so that's basically the main tools that we'll be using. There's some other stuff on here like the syllabus and some other files, but basically you're just going to be using the discussion boards, which will either be under general, which is the whole class, or maybe specifically with your group. And then the assignments tab is where all the assignments are posted. And the assignments, I forgot to show you, but it also has, you know, the due date. It tells you when it's due. So you can see right here, like the Flipgrid assignments due April 17th. So you can kind of have an idea of when things are supposed to be turned in. I think you can also see it as a calendar. No, maybe not. But yeah. So those are the main tools. And then lastly, I talked about it in the PowerPoint video about the class expectations, but you can also chat on here. So if you want to like send me a message, you can literally just click here, type in my name. Let's see if it pops up. Maybe not, because I'm writing to myself. Alright, but anyways, if you guys look for my name, it should pop up where you can be able to send me a message, and then you can send a whole bunch of things like PDF files, links, all that kind of stuff. So this is the way you can chat. You can also chat with your groups or with your classmates. So if there's things you want to ask your classmates, you can also use this tool to do that as well. Okay, so this is Microsoft Teams. For the most part, this is what we're going to be using, like I said, to push out all the work, just to keep you guys informed. So you need to make sure you're comfortable with this, because then it's going to be it's going to be very difficult for you to keep up with what's going on if you're not using Microsoft Teams and if you don't understand how to use it. Okay, there's also an app on your phone, so I don't know if your laptop's not working, there's an app on your phone where you can access all this stuff as well. Alright, so I hope this video helped. If not, make sure to ask, and I'll answer those questions as quickly as I can.